Hello, everybody. We are going to take a look at Lesson 7, dealing with multivariable equations. So this is similar to Lesson 6, where we simplified formulas, or we solved a formula for a certain variable. The only difference is that these aren't necessarily formulas. They're just equations, okay? So for multivariable equations, I'm just going to put that they are similar to formulas, like I just said, only we can simplify more because there are numbers. All right, so we're able to simplify, meaning like distribute or combine like terms, those kinds of things that we did when we were solving equations, okay? So let me take you through these examples just to kind of show you how this works. We're still going to use the exact same solving equations strategies that we've used. The only difference is that now instead of just having an X, for example, there might be an X and a Y, or there might be an A and a B or something like that, okay? So this first one, it says to solve for Y, right? So we want to get this variable by itself. Okay, so kind of like what I told you before, you got to look and see what is happening to that variable to start. Well, it looks like it's being multiplied by 5, and then there's a 3x that's being added to it. Right? So we're going to work backwards. So we're going to start by subtracting the 3x. So then that's gone. Then we have 5y here. I cannot combine these because they're not like terms, right? Because the 17 doesn't have an x, but the 3 does. So that's the best that I can do there. All right? So then I'm going to divide. And what I'm going to do is, I'm actually going to write these separate. So it's like taking 17 divided by 5, and then 3x divided by 5. Okay, so then this is my final answer. So your answer will look like an equation, right? Like rather than just a plain old number. All right, let's look at this next one. Again, we want to solve for y. Okay, well, let's start by simplifying. Let's go ahead and distribute in here. So 3 times x is 3x. 3 times negative 7 is negative 21. This is a negative 4. Be careful with those negatives. Negative 4 times y is negative 4y. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. All right. Well, I can combine the negative 21 and the negative 8, can't I? I'm going to go ahead and go plus 21 to start. Oops, 21, not 12. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go the other way because I want to get the y by itself. So I'm going to go actually plus 8. This is why we do math in pencil. Okay, so if I go 3x, negative 21 plus 8 is negative 13. And then I have negative 4y over here. See why I did that? So now this is by itself. Otherwise, I would have a number over here, and then I would have to move it back over there. So this way, I just kind of save myself a step. Now I'm going to divide by negative 4. So again, this is being divided by negative 4, so is this. So this turns into negative 3x over 4. Negative and a negative is a positive. 13 over 4. If you want to put that as a decimal, you are certainly welcome to. Okay, that would be what, 3.25? Okay, you can do that for sure. You can write this as 0.75. That's okay. All right, let's see here. This one, solving for y again. Well, can we combine any like terms? I think we can. Look at this one has an xy, and so does this one. So if I have 5 of them and 7 of them, I have 12 of them total. Okay, now I'm trying to get y by itself, right? Well, right now, a 12x is being multiplied on it. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and divide by 12x. Okay. All right, so what happens here? I'm left with y on this side because the 12 and then the x, right? And then I have 3x over 12x and 5 over 12x, right? I can reduce this fraction, right? Look at x's are gone. 3 over 12 is 1/4, or 0.25. And then this one, I can't really simplify it any further, so I'm just going to leave it. Okay, so there are the first three. Let's look at these next three. I'm going to throw some different letters in here, it looks like. All right, last one where we're solving for y, then the rest of these are different letters. Okay, so let's see, can I simplify? Nothing on that side. Ooh, nothing on that side either. We're trying to solve for y, right? So let's combine what we can. I can move this over and combine it with that y. So then I have 8x here, 14 minus 8x. Then this would be plus 2y. I can add 8x. So 16x equals 14 plus 2y. Then I want to move this over here, so minus 14. And then divide. Whew, I'm running out of room. Oh, geez, where am I going to write this? I'll write it sideways. I know. So 16 divided by 2 is 8. 14, or negative 14 divided by 2 is negative 7. That's what that one ends up being. Okay. So again, I did 16 divided by 2 to get the 8, and then I did the 14 divided by 2 to get the 7. Okay. All right. What's next? Solving for C. Okay. So let's see here. It looks like we just have to really move a bunch of stuff away from the C, don't we? So if we start by moving the B, now we have a negative B equals 3 minus C plus A. I can subtract the 3, so negative B minus 3 equals negative C plus A. I can subtract the A. Negative B minus 3 minus A equals negative C. Now this is a negative C, right? So that's like having like an invisible like negative 1 in front of it, right? So I'm going to divide. I'm going to divide everything by negative 1. So when you divide by negative 1, that just changes signs, right? So these are all positive, or I'm sorry, these are all negative. So then when you divide by negative 1, these just become positive. Same thing here, right? So then you would end up with, I'll go on the side again. I didn't leave myself enough room. Positive B, positive 3, positive A equals positive C. Okay. All right. This next one we want to solve for A, it looks like. Okay, well, it looks like A is being multiplied by some stuff here, and then we're adding 9. So I'm going to start with this 9. I'm going to subtract it. So now I have 6AB equals 3C minus 9. I'm trying to get A by itself, right? So I'm going to divide by 6B. Yes, you can divide by two things at the same time. Okay, that's allowed. All right, so then over here, the 6 and the B are gone, so I have A, that's what I want. Okay, 3 over 6, that's 1/2, isn't it? So I have 1C over 2B, right? Because that's like 1/2. If you want to write the 1 there, that's fine. And then 9 over 6, that's like 3 over 2, right? So 3 over 2, and then that B is still there. Okay. All right, we got 3 left. 3 left. Okay, this one we want to solve for C. Okay, so C is being multiplied by 6, and then 12A is being added to it. So let's start here. So negative 12A to both sides. So 6C equals B minus 12A. Then we're going to divide by 6. Okay, so that's gone. So then we have C equals, that would just be B over 6. I can't really combine those. Ooh, but 12 over 6, that's 2. Hey, there we are. All right, what is this next one? We want to solve for B. All right, so let's see. B is being multiplied by a 2A and then adding 10. All right, so I'm going to start by subtracting 10. So 2C minus 10 equals 2AB. Again, I want to solve for B. So I'm going to divide by 2A. The 2's would divide, those would cancel out. So then all I have is C divided by A. 10 divided by 2 is 5, but then the A is still in the denominator. Like that didn't change anything. So that's what that one would end up as. All right, last one. We want to solve this one for C. Where's C? Here it is. So C is being multiplied by 5, and then like all this other stuff is being added to it, right? So it'll be kind of like this one up here, right? Where we just had to kind of subtract a bunch of stuff over. I can't combine any of these because they don't all have the exact same variables. I mean, they all have some combination of A's and B's, but they don't all have the same combination of A's and B's, right? 10A is 10A, so negative 15AB minus 10A, 20B minus 5C. All right, subtract that over. So negative 15AB minus 10A minus 20B equals negative 5C. We are so close. We're almost there. Okay, last step. Divide everything by negative 5. Okay, so negative 15 divided by 5, or negative 5 is positive 3. Negative 10 divided by negative 5 is positive 2. Negative 20 divided by negative 5 is 4. And then that's gone, and we have C. And there you have it.